Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first matchup of the NBA Cup. There is a lot of excitement in this building tonight. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Take a look at the Mavericks. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And right now for Philadelphia,
they came out of the gate swinging this season, fighting their way up the rankings. You just hope they can sustain this pace as the season wears on.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Pritchard in white are their guards. Jason Tatum is out there with Paul George. And it's Robinson in at center, locking down the middle. And for the 76ers. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Embiid is out there with Wade. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. And we have a little extra spice to this game tonight. This is the first game of the NBA Cup for each of these teams.
Well, with only 4 games in the group stage, you'll have to get off to a good start. This is a big game for both teams in the Cup. And, of course, this game counts in the regular season as well.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Pritchard passes to White. Pritchard sets a screen for White. Now Robinson, guarded by Embiid. Fast break Philadelphia. And the dunk by Edgecombe.
and go back to the steal by Embiid. That ignited the break. And Joel's length is such a factor defensively.
Here's Pritchard. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to Tatum. Tatum with the screen on Brown. George, no good. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against Memphis.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, you got to think coach will show this one as an example of what not to do. You got to take care of the ball.
Brown, no good.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
There's the lob to Brown. Here's White. Good D by Wade.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Boston off to a slow start, searching for their first points of the game. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
Aggressive numbers blocking shots, and I like their defensive game plan.
Paul George with the steal. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
And the first one at the line is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws. The 76ers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Over in the corner, Brown tries to keep it alive. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds, it moves like he did. Not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
6 to shoot. Out to Wade. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Good on the triple.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Outside, White. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And and that's good for 2.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. We talked about Paul George and what his game plan was for keeping him in check. He said it's never going to be easy with him, but I told our guys I want constant communication. Talk when screens are coming, switch when we need to. We need to be highly active guarding him. Let's see how effective they are against him tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks. Richard with the ball. He's covered by Maxey. From deep, George, and he's good on the 3 ball.
And what a smooth 3-point shot. George has worked hard to develop that stroke.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. He gets that one. Maxey's got 5 points so far.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm. Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
To the wing on the left. Embiid against Robinson. Fades and shoots. Embiid, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Richard with the ball. Scoreless thus far. Back to White. And here's Tatum for 3. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. White looking around. On the wing, George. He's covered by Maxey. Maxey against George. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And with his strength, George is not your average swing player. He can get his in the paint.
Here's Maxey. Rebound, Boston. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Now, here's George. He has 6. Now, Maxey. Here's Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
Well, I'll tell you, Brown gets off the floor so easy.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And some changes here for the 76ers. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Edgecombe. And Porter subbed in for Maxey. Boston making some changes. Boston trailing. And here is Conley. Pass to Cato. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hauser. Boston, no good that time either. Philadelphia has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Mathurin attacking. Oh, and he misses the dunk. The Celtics shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Conley, the pass to Garza. Here's Hauser, defended by Mathurin. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Outside, Porter. Brown outside. The rebound by the Celtics. Takes the 3. Shireman can't hit. 76ers have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Embiid inside, and the dunk by Embiid.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
51 seconds left in the first quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Hauser the pass to Queta. Here's Garza. His three-pointers off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Brown outside. And he drives in. A new 14 for the 76ers. Back to Embiid. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Embiid's got 7 points in the game.
This is the beauty of Embiid's game. He has a shot from anywhere on the floor.
Here's Shireman. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that concludes the first quarter of play. 76ers on top. They lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Celtics trail by 5. On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Paul George, and it's Garza in at the 4 spot. Here's the floater. Great D that time from Edwards.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
From deep, Maxey. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here is George. 11 points for him in that last game against Washington. Mathurin with some nice defense.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Shireman, guarded by Porter. Boston, no good that time either. Philadelphia leading by 11. From about 19 feet. And again, it's Philadelphia.
A pretty nimble guy. Maxey mixes up the defender with that dribble move to create space.
A 3 from George. And it's George again missing.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
High post shot. Porter, no luck. Celtics trail by 13. Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Tyrese Maxey, a late first-round pick back in 2020, but he's become an all-star. He said, quote, "I've always had that chip with me from day one. I had to earn everything I got from a basketball perspective and make a name for myself. I try hard to foresee and envision this." Guys?
The drive for greatness, something to watch. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Kicks it out to Maxey. Takes a 3. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Edgecombe comes in for Kevin Porter. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Shireman. No scoring in this one, as these early games, coach, bring in a variety of new opponents. Rosters definitely get put to a test, don't they?
They sure do, Kevin. Every team hits you in a different way, and you've got to develop the proper counter punches. That's something that has to be focused on in these early games.
Now, here's Tatum. After the miss from Tyrese Maxey. Here's Kata. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Maxey, Paul George with the steal. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal, shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
No one near Edgecombe as he lets it fly. Drills it from outside. Edgecombe's got 5. Pass to Tatum. Up against it inside. Tatum fights through. Hatchets his way to the rack.
Well, Tatum's size playing a factor there near the bucket.
Outside, Maxey. The 76ers, another 3.
Great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Outside, George. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. George has got 8 points in the quarter.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And the basket is good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Outside, Maxey. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 18 points for him.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Right now, it's your Sixers dance team.
And the 76ers with some changes. Brown is checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Porter subbed in for Maxey. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. They trail by 14. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles, taking on the Lakers. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. And here's Tatum for 3. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Lobbed up there for Embiid. Over in the corner, White. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. White's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Remaining in the first half, 2 minutes.
Brown against Tatum. Back to Brown. Over Tatum. 5 on the clock. Porter dishes to Brown. Brown on the drive. Brown jams it in.
Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Celtics trail by 13. Pass to Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And sometimes Stan, lost in everything he has done for his team, Jason Tatum is one heck of a playmaker.
Yeah, Kevin, I think what happens to guys like Tatum when they come into the league is because he can score the ball, and that's such an important skill, we tend to focus on the scoring. But Jason Tatum has become a better playmaker in his time in the league. He's become a better defender and a better rebounder. This guy excels at everything.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
The call will be against P.J. Edgecombe. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Dean Wade comes in for Edmonds, and Maxey subbed in for Kevin Porter. Celtics also with a sub. Hauser's checked in. Now here's Tatum. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Washington. Pritchard from outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Pritchard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Maxey with it. He's covered by Pritchard. Embiid, no good.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Wade against Tatum. It's Tatum on the drive. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. 1 second left. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the Philadelphia 76ers. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Thanks a lot. Well, Coach Nurse, seems like your defensive execution has been pretty sound. What are you seeing from your team?
Really solid, right? Not very many mistakes. We're helping where we're supposed to help. We're sending guys the right direction. Pretty solid.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you. And, folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Boston Celtics.
They've been a step slow to close out on shooters all night, and that's why they've given up so many threes. Come on, man, show some hustle.
Perimeter D, apparently not their strong suit. Okay, switching gears. Let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings thus far.
Checking out Boston. It's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Celtics trail by 11. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Down out there with Wade. And it's Embiid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Now, here's George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Jaylen Brown.
The length and quickness of George is so difficult to guard against. That really compromises the defense, forcing them to foul.
First free throw is good. And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything, but as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
No good on the second free throw.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Down kicks to Maxey. The shot's good. Maxey's got 20.
And one of the many ways Maxey can hurt you with his shooting, lightning fast on that release.
Pass to Pritchard. Clyde a screen on Maxey. Tatum, that's for 2. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Now here's Embiid. He's got 9. Out to Wade. Just 4 to shoot. That's in. Coming off the assist from Embiid. Embiid's got his 4th assist in this one. Tatum with it. Wade picks him up. Tatum no good. Philadelphia leading by 13. And now Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Well, the Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, the closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control, things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you. Back to you, Kevin.
Staying dialed in. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
It's hauled in by George.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
It's his first trip to the line.
Second team foul. At the line for the Celtics.
This game pissed me the fuck off, bro. This nigga Shady Mike gaming that made these fucking sliders do not like niggas dunking the fucking ball, bro. Every time I go for a fucking dunk, niggas fucking miss, bro. It's like 10% out of a fucking 100 time they make the fucking dunk, bro. Shit is fucking ass. Dunking traffic success, 35.
I bought 3 bathing suits.
We need to turn that up a little bit, bro. They throwing me the fuck off. Okay.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Maxey feeling it out a bit. Embiid against Robinson. Embiid inside with the fadeaway. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Fifth on the list, Derek White.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Tatum. Clock at 6. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Hey, Gray, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable, playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons, and his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
The first one falls.
And listen, Jason Tatum is one of the very best players in the world. He does everything well, can fill in wherever, the type of player who covers up your weaknesses.
And so Tatum nails them both.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
Brown outside. No good with the triple.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up.
Sixers leading by 8. Maxey passes to Brown. Brown gets it done inside.
And look, Brown is good at capitalizing inside, which is why the defense has to push him further away.
And here's Tatum for 3. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
How about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
And he's good on the second. Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. And so Brown will bring it up for the 76ers. At one point, they led by 16. Yep, that one goes in there.
Hey, Jaylen Brown is a strong dude. He takes the hit and completes the play.
When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Robinson misses. The 76ers leading by 11. Here's Brown. 13 points in the game. Wade finds Brown. Back to Wade. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Pritchard. Tatum against Brown. Nobody near George. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Now, here is George. He's got 15. I know some would classify Derek White as underrated. Stan, what's your read on him?
Well, Kevin, I would say he was underrated for a long time, but now I think we've all gotten smarter, and we all realize Derek White is one of the best guards in this league, period. I don't think he's underrated anymore, and I just think it took us a long time to catch up with how good he is. Well, White is such a well-rounded player. He can run the offense, act as an off-ball threat, he sets screens, and he's an all-defensive team level player. He checks a lot of boxes.
Kevin Porter's checked in for Edgecombe. Now, here's Maxey. 20 points for him. Fires at the elbow. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
George looking around. Lets it go with the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Now here's Brown. He's got 13. And that one's good. Maxey.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
George with the ball. He's covered by Brown. This ball moved by Boston. Pass to White for three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Sometimes you just know it's coming. White couldn't wait to let that one fly. Respond to the three on the other end.
Now here's Brown. Drives to the hoop. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Well, look, Brown is a handful. Sometimes you just have to foul it.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
And you think of all that Jaylen Brown has accomplished, Coach? Top of the list, 2024 Finals MVP.
Yeah, look, it's tough to beat that as an accomplishment, Kevin. To win your team a championship and be the biggest part of it. But what I love about Jaylen Brown is the consistency of what he's done throughout his career. This guy has been good for a long time, and he's still got a long way to go. Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that really made their opposing teams earn their points a season ago. Number 1, the Celtics.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league.
Jang, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Jaylen Brown. .58 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Hauser. Puts up a three. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Mathurin's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. The 76ers making a switch here.
Edge call.
Celtics trail by 9. Pass to Garza. Here's Walsh. Still yet to score. Garza gets the bucket.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
They set the screen. They swipe it. Here's Shireman. Fires top of the key. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
Here comes that fourth quarter. Let's stop